Thank you for selecting Dr. Phyllis Schneck's presentation on Understanding Continuous Diagnostic Monitoring.
Hi, and thank you for joining me today. Our cyber adversary moves fast, so at McAfee, we've revolutionized our approach to cybersecurity. We take every component of a network. We make every component both a producer and a consumer of real-time intelligence. Every time an event occurs on a network, we understand it, we process it, whether it looks like the behavior that's happened before, we compare it to other events around the world, from an initial vulnerability assessment to then asset management, understanding who's connected to your network, looking at network activity, looking at endpoint activity, database activity, and we manage in real time all the policies that govern every single component. Every component, every part of a network learns as it protects, and that's how we've derived McAfee's continuous monitoring. We create that ecosystem. We create that living, breathing immune system that turns your network into something that learns as it protects. It's smarter every time the adversary tries to get in, and it can show that to you in the log management system, shown in a visible format that allows you to see what events really matter instead of an entire list of Klingon that we're used to seeing from traditional security. So instead of looking at point products or looking at fixing specific issues that we already know about, we have to adapt and fix security problems that will be launched into us that we've never seen before. And that means creating that ecosystem, that immune system. Your body doesn't have a meeting to fight a cold, and your network doesn't have time to have one either. So our approach at McAfee, again, is that ecosystem, learn as you protect, continuously monitor, always understand the health of your network, always react in real time, always be able to have an additional look at what's happening all over the world, and always understand what's happening on your network. That's McAfee Continuous Monitoring, and that's security at the speed of light, security connected. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching the Understanding Continuous Diagnostic Monitoring presentation. Please continue to explore the agency of the future. Thank you for selecting Mike Ward's presentation on Security in a Virtual Environment.
Thanks for joining today. I'm going to talk about how McAfee can help you take advantage of your virtual environment from a security standpoint. We're first going to talk about some of the benefits that virtualization brings you. Then we're going to talk about some of the risks, and then we'll show you some of the different ways McAfee can secure that virtual environment. The benefits to virtualization are fairly straightforward. It helps you get more out of your hardware by taking those excess capacity cycles and actually putting those to work instead of letting them sit idle. The risks to virtualization are twofold. The first one is people tend to want to just put their existing security products into the virtual environment and hope that that works. Problem with that is they're not designed to do that. The second one is simply most of today's solutions don't scale into a virtual system like they do with physical systems. McAfee approaches that a couple different ways. Now, the first way is we actually have optimized our antivirus product to centrally provide security scanning instead of having that scanning occur at each one of the individual virtual machines. Secondly, we help apply that security to the virtual infrastructure, your virtual networks. So firewalling and IPS can also be deployed and have tens to thousands of virtual devices defined within a single appliance. Third, we actually have innovative technologies called application whitelisting that approaches security from a whitelist standpoint instead of a blacklist standpoint. These are some of the ways McAfee can help secure the virtual environment. Thank you for listening today.
Thank you for watching the Security in a Virtual Environment presentation. Please continue to explore the agency of the future. Thank you for selecting Scott Montgomery's presentation on Enabling Mobile Devices Securely.
Thanks for stopping by McAfee's Agency of the Future. Today I'm here to talk a little bit about this device. You're carrying one in your pants pocket, you're carrying one in your purse or your briefcase. It's a lot different than the device you carried a number of years ago in a lot of ways. What you did on the device in the past was solely for your mission or your business or your agency department business. This gadget has another persona. It's your family's persona, it's your social persona, it's the persona you share with your children. And the evolution of this device is taking place in pace that's faster than any other time in technology. The devices that we'll use a few years from now, we can't even imagine what we'll look like. We'll be wearing them. We'll be carrying them in different form factors that haven't been invented yet. But at McAfee, the one thing that we like to try and do is anticipate those changes and how they'll change the nature of how we do mission or agency business on this device. If you think about this device and what it can do, the computing power that it has, we can put the agency at a lot of risk if we don't secure it and aren't compliant to the agency's mission objectives and policies. This is where McAfee can help. We want to treat these devices not like a separate entity, but like an integral part of the mission or business of the agency, so that you can have your personal persona, you can have your family persona, but you also have your agency or mission persona, and we can help protect that. At McAfee, for the agency of the future, we're ensuring that this is as much a part of your estate as your typical desktops or servers or evolving standards like virtual machines. Thank you for stopping by the agency of the future and how we're going to treat mobility in it.
Thank you for watching the Enabling Mobile Devices Securely presentation. Please continue to explore the agency of the future. Thank you for selecting Kent Round's presentation on Next Generation Endpoint Security Solution.
McAfee Real-Time EPO, the next generation in endpoint security. The challenge and the problem that our network defenders are facing today is attacks both known and unknown are being successful in penetrating the enterprise. The challenge that our defenders face is the information on those endpoint systems that are the targets is often hours, days, or weeks old information. Stale information, information that is not actionable until today. With the release of McAfee EPO Real-Time, we now offer a solution to the network defender that allows him to get information on those endpoint systems across hundreds of thousands of those endpoint systems in as little as 15 seconds. But it gets better. Now the network defender can not only get the information on the endpoint system, but also provide a response and remediation action to those hundreds of thousands of systems in as little as 15 seconds. All scalable from one single server up to 400,000 users. Finally, the game has changed. Speed of decision now equals speed of response. The bad guys are on the run. Thank you.
Thank you for watching the Next Generation Endpoint Security Solution presentation. Please continue to explore the agency of the future.